We're moving into footwork and balance in the frontal plane for injury prevention. You're going to need your heaviest loop band, and we're going to come sit in a chair with the heaviest loop band around our metatarsals for some eversion footwork. The arms are going to come into a prayer position, interlacing your fingers together like a choir. And this is the root chakra, one of the root chakra positions of the hands. So the fingers are interlaced like so, chest height, and make sure the band is around your toes. Now you're going to pull out on the hands, engaging your upper back, plugging the shoulders down. We're going to evert our dominant foot from the ankle joint on our exhale as you're pulling out on the hands, and as you bring that foot back to parallel, you can let up on the pull out of the hands. So exhale, pull out on the hands and move from the ankle joint, not from the knee, hip flexor, or quadricep, and back to center. Very small motion. 4 counts to go out on your exhale. 4 counts to come in on your inhale. Waking up these feet because the lateral intrinsic muscles are weak. That's why we pronate when we have lordosis. So we really want to combat that. This is an injury prevention tool to work your feet. So give me a couple more here. It's very tedious, but I'm trying to involve your back too so that you stay lifted and you don't slouch. Plug the shoulders down. Keep your eyes up a little higher than eye level. Okay, on our next one, switch sides. You can switch the grip so the other hand's on top, pulling out, engaging your shoulder blades, shoulder blade anchor, pulling the shoulder blades together, shrugging the shoulders down the back, taking the gaze up a little higher than eye level. And notice that the band is around my baby toes, so it's not all the way in the arch of the foot. It might hit a bit of the arch, but you definitely can encourage that baby toe to move and move from the ankle joint. So taking it out and bringing it in slowly. Give me 2 more on this side. Take your time. Take it out and bring it in. And last one, sitting up tall, pull out on those arms, engage your upper back, pull the belly in towards the spine. Great. We're going to take our lightest loop band around our ankles and a 3-pound weight in your dominant hand to start. Now, if you have balance issues, I'd advise doing this by a wall, bar, or counter for safety purposes. If not, you can do it in the center with me. But with osteoporosis, if you really do have osteoporosis or osteopenia, I would do it by a wall. So I'm going to demonstrate it by a wall for safety purposes because we don't want you falling. So you're going to have your weight and just rest it on your shoulder. We're moving in the frontal plane. So step a foot away from the wall because you're going to step towards the wall, and make sure the weight is closest to the wall. So if you need to turn around so that it's in your dominant hand and you're closest to the wall, because you're going to step onto that inside leg, bringing the outside leg into a hamstring kickback. The arm that's loaded, once you're in that isometric hold, that hamstring kickback, we're going to inhale, lift the arm up, 2, 3, 4 into a shoulder press, and exhale, lower it down, 2, 3, 4. Other hand can do the motion without being loaded, or it can be behind the head or hand on the hip. Your choice. Make sure the arch of the foot is in the band and you're doing a kickback just like we did on all 4. Straight leg behind you. Inner thighs can be close. Pull the low belly in. Find neutral pelvis as much as possible with this leg extended behind you. Great. Let's repeat on that side one more time before we switch sides. So staying loaded on that side with the arms, step away from the wall, step to your balance in the frontal plane, find it, kick back into the band, isometric hold with the lower body, and then subtle movement with the upper body as you take that press overhead and you lower slowly. Make sure the palm is facing in towards the face, shoulders staying plugged down the back as the arm goes up on the inhale and it lowers down on the exhale. Okay, switching sides. Set up on the second side. Step to balance. So this is for injury prevention. Challenge yourself. Really travel through space. Find it. As the arm goes up, the pelvis pulls down in opposition. As the arm goes down, the low belly pulls in and the pelvic floor muscles lift up. Again, as you press up, your focus stays up higher than eye level so we don't get that forward chin. Shoulders plugged down. Last time, step to balance. Repeating. 3 presses at that slow tempo. Here we go. Inhale, lift. 2, 3, 4, exhale, lower, 2, 3, 4, inhale, lift, 2, 3, 4, exhale, lower, 2, 3, 4, one more, inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Great. So we're going to grab our heaviest loop band and bring it back around our outer thighs. We're going to need a yoga block. The foam yoga blocks are the best for pinning the trigger ball. We're going to be working into the fascia of the chest area, the pecs, the front of the shoulders. We're going to lie supine on our foam roller to engage our lower abdominals as we're doing this. Now, if you're nervous about lying on the foam roller and you did our ab series on the floor, you can always do this lying on your back on the floor. Both are great. So from here, our legs are solidly planted, hip distance apart for safety purposes, neutral pelvis. We're going to take the trigger ball into the fascia of your chest. So try to avoid bones and try to be very gentle as you're doing this because, the bone density is such that we don't want to dig in too hard. We don't want to run the risk of hurting anything. So as you move into the V-neck line, extra precaution of just being gentle, getting into those muscle fibers, circular motion around the shoulder, above the chest. And especially on your dominant arm side, you're going to notice there's going to be a lot more knots and tension due to the overuse of that side and the kyphosis. So make sure you're breathing. Inhale. Sending oxygen to those muscles as you're digging into those knots. And dig in with being safe. Don't go too hard. Should feel like a nice, gentle massage. Breathe into that. Relax your facial muscles. Keep checking in that your belly's pulled in, that your pelvis is neutral, that your legs are pulling out on that band, hip distance apart. And if you're on one side, go ahead and switch to the other so we can even it out. Digging in, breathing as you're working here. We've got another 40 seconds for you to dig into this muscle fibers. And if you feel like you've gotten the knots out, you can always move into a cactus position and do some overhead presses. But I'd encourage you to keep moving around. Even near the armpit, there is fascia around there that can get really tender and cause neck issues. So you can play around with that almost on the side of the breast and breathe into that. Just another 10 seconds. Dig in, and then we're going to slowly make our way off of the roller. Great. From here, I'm going to have you flip around, and we're going to roll out our quadriceps. We're going to keep this band around our outer thighs, and we're going to grab our lightest band and put it around our upper arms above the elbows. As you're rolling your quadricep, I want you to pull out on this band a little bit, engaging your upper back, pushing down and out into the forearm so you don't collapse. Rolling above the knees and all the way up to the hip flexors, walking forward and back. Point the toes here. Try to not dump into the abdomen, so pull the abdomen in, puff your upper back up. And let's kick your right heel towards your butt 2 times. Kick, kick, and switch. Kick, kick, and switch. One more time. Kick, kick, and switch. Good. Kick, kick, switch. Find another spot that's tender. Walk forward or back on the roller. And now we'll repeat. Kick, kick, and switch. Kick, kick, and switch. Kick, kick, and switch. One more time. Kick, kick, and switch. Last time. Kick, kick, and switch. Kick, kick, and switch. Kick, kick, and switch. Kick, kick, and switch. Great work. We're going to make our way up to standing for some squats and balance work in the transverse plane. I'd like you to grab your lightest Theraband, and you already have on, or you need to put on, your heaviest loop band in the YouniquelyFit kit. That is our gray loop band, so we'll have our yellow Theraband, which is the lightest band in the kit, and our 3-pound weight. Go ahead and hold the weight in your non-dominant hand and hold the end of the band in your dominant hand. Standing on the end of the band, we're going to wrap it around the knuckles with the thumb on the outside for security. When you're ready, we're going to start with our legs hip distance apart, sitting back into a normal squat. Exhale, shifting over into the side with the band, pressing both arms overhead. Hold it here. The weighted arm is going to lower and lift on a 4 count. Exhale, lower it down. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, lift it up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, lower down. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, lift. 2, 3, 4. One more, lower. 2, 3, 4, and lift. 2, 3, 4. Arms come to the shoulders as you stand up on that one leg. Inhale. Exhale, lowering the shin down. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, sitting back. Shifting over, inhale, pressing the arms overhead. Exhale, the weighted arm lowers. 2, 3, 4, and it lifts. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, lower. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, lift. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, lower. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, lift. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, lower both arms. Inhale, standing up on that one leg. Exhale, lower the shin down. Go ahead and switch the band and the weight. Setting up for the second side. Give you enough time to do that. Wrap it around the knuckles, thumb on the outside, step on the end of the band. Hold the hands right by the shoulders, palms facing in, shoulders plugged down. Inhale, prepare. Feel your pelvis pull towards the floor. Exhale, inner thighs pull you back. Shifting over to that one leg, pressing the arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, the weighted arm down. 2, 3, 4. Inhale it up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale it down. 2, 3, 4. Inhale it up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale it down. 2, 3, 4. Inhale it up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, let your inner thighs pull you deeper into that single leg squat. And inhale, stand up on that one leg, feeling the pelvis pull down. The weight's lower, shoulder height, as well as the shin at the top on your exhale. Inhale, prepare, last set. Exhale, inner thighs pull you back, shifting over to that one leg. Inhale those arms up to shoulder flexion. Exhale the weighted arm down. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, lift it up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale it down. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, lift. 2, 3, 4. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, lift. 2, 3, 4. Inner thighs pull you back. Exhale. Inhale, pelvis pulls down as you stand up. From here, we're going to move into balance in the transverse plane. Now, this is where 90% of injuries occur. So it's imperative that we train in this plane of motion so that if you do fall, we've increased your bone density so that you don't break a bone, and that you don't fall because you know how to turn your body and stabilize. We need our lightest loop band around our ankles. This is our orange band in the YouniquelyFit kit. And we're going to need our 3-pound weight in our hand. We're going to stand close to the wall, about a foot in front, so that we can take a quarter turn, and we have the wall bias for safety purposes. So wall, bar, or counter is necessary just to keep you safe. We're going to do a quarter turn, making sure we're stepping onto the loaded arm's leg. So the weight should be in the same side as your standing leg. And we're going to do a glute med position of the leg and scaption arm. So the arm's going to come up, 2, 3, 4, lower down, 2, 3, 4, lifting up, 2, 3, 4. Notice it's just as high as the chest, palm facing in, shoulder plugged down, shoulders plugged down, chin lifted, gaze a little higher than eye level. Let's take that side one more time. Notice that I'm stepping immediately to a single leg balance, bringing my foot back into the band. You do your hamstring kick back, and then you externally rotate the leg from the top of the hip socket, pointing the toes, and then the arm goes up, 2, 3, 4, and lowers down. Don't lock the back leg's knee. Keep a micro bend in both knees. Lift through the core, plantar flex the toes of the leg that's behind you. One more. Lower and lift in scaption. And wonderful. Switching sides, switching the weight, and beginning on your second side. Stepping to balance, find that balance, bring the leg into the hamstring kickback, externally rotate it so it's around the arch of the foot. Take your gaze up higher than eye level, begin the arm work. Inhale, lift, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, lower, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, lift, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, lower, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, lift, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, lower, 2, 3, 4. And last time, stepping to balance in the transverse plane. Find that balance. Kick the outside foot into the band, hamstring kick back, externally rotate the leg from the top of the hip socket, point the toes, hold it here. And lifting the arm up, 2, 3, 4, taking it down, 2, 3, 4, lifting it up, 2, 3, 4, and down, 2, 3, 4. One more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Let's take this band off. We are going to come over to the wall, bringing our dominant arm into a high V, slowly twisting away from it to open up our anterior delts. Hold it here. Take your outside hand to the hip. Take your chin up. Focus a little higher than eye level. Use your exhales to deepen into that nice stretch and twist. Don't go crazy. Be very gentle with your rotation here. Breathing into that. On your next exhale, slowly switch sides, setting up for this nice release on the second side. Breathing into that. Good. We're on the second side, shoulders plugged down, twisting away from that arm, keeping the chin lifted, keeping the belly in towards the spine. And on your next exhale, coming back center, we're going to grab our trigger ball and our yoga block or a book, and we're going to come into a side lying position. You can also use your small anti-burst ball or a pillow under your head. We're going to be rolling out our posterior tibialis. This is this area near the tibia bone, but the fascia. Getting into that in case your squats, your knee traction wasn't great today. We had that loop band around for your safety, but it's still important to get into those muscle fibers so that we reset everything. So begin on the dominant side, getting into that tissue, breathing here. Try not to lift your head up in this position or your upper body. We want to avoid that during our recovery till we get our bone density into the normal levels. So another 30 seconds here to really roll into the posterior tibialis. Make sure you're breathing. Use your breath here. Make sure the abs are not hanging out, that they're pulling in towards the spine. Your collarbone is wide. Your chin is lifted. Your gaze is soft. Your shoulders are plugged down your back. And let's slowly make our way to the other side. Getting into that fascia. Take your time as you come up. Use your abs. As you're digging in, be mindful of the breath, belly in. I like to inhale laterally into my rib cage, upper back, filling it up like an opera singer does, keeping my belly firm and my pelvic floor muscles lifted in and up as if I were stopping my stream of pee. Just another 15 seconds here to dig in. So make it count. Really, really dig in. Breathing. And exhale. Good. Deep inhale. And slowly make your way back up to a standing position. Great job. We're moving into lunges and balance work in the sagittal plane for injury prevention. For our lunges today, we're going to need a 3-pound weight. And what I'd like you to do is hold that in your dominant arm first, pinning the elbow to the side of the body. We're going to be doing some external rotator cuff in and out movement of the arm at the bottom of our side lunge. So bring the other hand to the hip and start with your legs wide and parallel. And we're going to let our inner thighs pull us into this side lunge, getting into that building strength in the outer hip, opening the forearm without flexing the wrist, keeping the wrist flat. Open the forearm, 2, 3, 4. Inhale it back in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, open it, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, bring it in, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, it opens, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, bring it in, 2, 3, 4. And straighten those legs. Pass the weight to the other side. Inhale, prepare, filling your pelvis, pull towards the floor. Exhale, inner thighs pull back, taking you to the other side. Open the forearm, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, close it, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, open it, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, close it, 2, 3, 4. Notice the elbow stays pinned to the side of the body. The forearm is flat, the wrist is flat, the palm faces in when you have it forward. When you open it out to the side, the palm faces forward. Keep that going. On your next inhale, straighten the bent knees leg, coming back to neutral. Pass the weight. Second set. When you're ready, inhale, prepare. Exhale, inner thighs pull you back. Make sure your low abs are in, opening the forearm, 2, 3, 4, and closing it, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, open, 2, soften the sternum. Exhale, close, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, open it, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, close, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, prepare to stand back up, soft bend in the knees. And last time. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, inner thighs pull you into that side lunge. Hold it here. Opening the arm. Inhale, prepare. And exhale, open the forearm. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, close it. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, open. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, close. 2, 3, 4. Last one. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, straightening the knee and coming up. From here, we're going to move into some balance work in the sagittal plane. Before we do that, we're going to keep the 3-pound weight, but we're going to need our lightest Theraband. We're going to make our way over to the wall for some wall cactuses, and we're going to load our dominant arm with the weight first, and our non-dominant hand's going to hold the band. Step on the end of the band with the same side as the hand holding the band, and arms come to cactus. The arm with the band is going to stay stationary. The other arm is going to slide up the wall and lower down. Try to imprint your back, upper back, mid back, head, back of the arms, tailbone against the wall at all times. Soft micro bend in the knees so you don't lock out. Keep that arm going. Take it up. 2, 3, 4. Lower it down. 2, 3, 4. Take it up. 2, 3, 4. Lower it down. 2, 3, 4. 2 more up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4. Switching sides. Setting up on the other side. Take your time to wrap that Theraband around the knuckles with the thumbs on the outside. Stand on the end of the band. One arm isometrically held. The other one's doing the wall slides. The one that's loaded with the weight. Take it up. 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, lift. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, lower. 2, 3, 4. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4. 3 more. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 2, 3, 4. Keep that imprint. Upper back, head, back of the arms, knuckles, long fingers, soft bend in the supporting knees, soft bend in both knees, low belly pulled in towards the spine. Imagine each inhale as that arm straightens up. I'm pulling your pelvis down in opposition, lengthening your obliques, lengthening your QL. Last one. And from here, we're going to need our heaviest loop band around our outer thighs and our 3-pound weight. Please do this by a wall, bar, or counter for safety purposes. We're going to step forward into a hamstring curl, placing the 3-pound weight between our calf and hamstring, pointing the toes, pinning it here, bringing our hands into our root chakra mudra. It looks like a choir position, one set of fingers on top of the other. You're pulling out to engage your upper back. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Exhale 2, brace your low abs. Inhale 3. Exhale 3, reach back for that weight, and let's switch sides. Stepping to balance, stepping forward, pinning the weight between the calf and the hamstring, holding it here, choir position with the hands. Now, if you're nervous about losing the weight, you can always keep the hands on the hips closer to the weight so you can grab it if you need to, or you can keep one hand back really close to the weight. Do what you need to do. Most likely you're able to capture that weight and squeeze it and hold it. It's a lighter weight. Breathe. And now we're going to grab that weight. We're going to step backwards to balance, sweeping one leg back into the hamstring curl and taking our weight, loading our hamstring, bringing our hands into that root chakra mudra. Inhale, exhale, pull out on the hands. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, soften that pull out, and exhale, pull out. 2, 3, 4. And inhale, pelvis pulls down. Exhale, inner thighs pull back. Grab the weight. Last time, step backwards, find your balance, hold it. Get that weight situated. Bring the hands into your root chakra position, clasp. Inhale, pelvis pulls down. Exhale, you pull out on the hands. Inhale, pelvis pulls down. Exhale, you pull out on the hands. And last one, inhale and exhale. Grab the weight. Set the weight to the side and the band, taking the band off. Coming to the wall to stretch out our gastrocnemius, and we'll also release the soleus. So face the wall, hands chest height. Step your dominant leg back into a deep lunge, driving the pelvis forward with the low abs in, stretching out that back leg's calf. Inhale. And exhale, play around with bending that back leg's knee a little bit, getting into the soleus. Pelvis still driving forward, low belly is pulling in, shoulders are plugged down, chin is lifted, gaze is soft, and eyes are looking up a little higher than eye level. Breathing here, inhale. And exhale, driving that pelvis forward. Again, inhale. And exhale. Got another 20 seconds or so. Collarbone wide, shoulder blades together, chin lifted. Use your breath. On your next inhale, step that back leg forward. And let's go ahead and bring the other leg back into that nice position to open up your calves. We'll be here for 6 full breaths since this is your non-dominant leg. Hold it here. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1, close your eyes, focus on your breath. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale, play around with bending the back leg's knee. And exhale, straightening it without locking it. Inhale. Exhale, 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Use your next inhale to step forward, turning to face me. Great work.